right, so we've been learning about the different syllable types and how readers use the knowledge of syllable types to help them understand and read the words. So today we're going to continue to take a look at our open syllables and what that means. So in order to recognize this syllable type, we're going to focus on the pattern of the vowel and the consonants. The pattern for the open syllable type is spelled with one consonant, or at least one consonant, followed by the vowel. And there are no consonant letters after the vowel. This is called open syllable because no consonants close in the vowel. Watch what I do to decide whether or not a syllable is open. Sometimes fourth grade will have our nonsense multisyllabic words that have open and close, and we will still refer to them as open since they have at least one open syllable. All right, so I'm going to take a look at the syllable on my board. N-I-L-O. So watch what I do to determine whether it's open or closed and using my knowledge to read it. So first I find the vowel letters I and O. I touch below I and O. I notice that there is one consonant between the vowel letters I and O. Next after I look to see how many consonants there are, I determine where to split the syllable. More oftentimes than not, we're going to split it between the first vowel and the first consonant. I'm going to split my syllables now into two. So I'll begin by reading the first syllable. I ask myself, open or closed? I know it's open since there is no consonant to close it in. That makes the long I sound, I. I read the syllable as n-I, nigh. Looking at the second syllable, L-O, open or closed. I know it is open because it's not closed in by a consonant, so my vowel makes the long O sound, O. Reading the syllable as L-O, low. When I blend them together, my nonsense word becomes nigh-low, nigh-low. Now I'm going to try dividing it one more way to show you a different possibility. I still am finding my vowels I and O. And then I'm going to divide this multisyllabic word between the L and the O this time. So the consonant and then the second vowel. When I look at that first syllable, N-I-L, I ask myself, open or closed? I know it is closed because the vowel is followed by a consonant, making the short I sound, I. I read the syllable as nil, nil. And then I look at the second letter or syllable. I have the letter O. The vowel is not closed in by anything, so it makes the long O sound, O. When I blend them together, I read it as nillo, nillo. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and practice them together, and this is where I want us to respond together as we see our syllables. Again, these are nonsense words, so they may look unfamiliar, and that is okay. We're just looking at the syllable type. So let's take a look at this one. Whisper the vowel letters.
I-A.
How many consonants are between the vowels?
One.
Where should I divide the syllable?
I-S.
Look at the first syllable. Open or closed?
Open.
What sound does the vowel make?
I.
Read the syllable.
Right.
Look at the second syllable. Open or closed?
Closed.
What sound does the A make?
A.
Read the syllable.
Sag.
Blend those two syllables together.
Sag.
Great. Let's try another one. Whisper the vowel letters.
I.
How many consonants are between the vowels?
One.
Whisper where I will split the vowel in this consonant.
I-S.
Look at the first syllable. Open or closed?
Open.
Open. Why open?
Because.
Great. So it's open. What sound will the I make?
I.
Read this syllable.
My.
Look at at the second syllable. Open or closed.
Close.
What sound will the O make? Read the syllable. Blend them together.
My son.
Let's try two more. Whisper the vowels.
U-I.
How many consonants are between the vowels?
One.
Where will I divide the vowel and consonant?
U.
Look at the first syllable. Open or closed.
Open.
What sound will this vowel make? Yep, let's look at this again. So it's open. What sound will this vowel make? U, saying itself. Read the syllable.
U.
Look at the second syllable. Open or closed.
Close.
What sound will the vowel make?
Pick.
Read the syllable.
Pick.
Blend them together.
Flew. Pick.
Great. And one more, and then we'll move on. All right. So looking at this one, whisper the vowels.
A.
How many consonants between the vowels?
One.
Where will I divide the syllables?
A.
Take a look at the first one. Open or closed.
Open.
What sound will the A make?
A.
Read the syllable.
K.
Okay. Look at the second one. Open or closed.
Close.
What sound does the A make?
A.
Read the syllable.
Fan.
Blend them together. K fam. K fam. Great. All right. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at our word cards. Again, these are nonsense words. They're still the multisyllabic, but they're words that we're not familiar with or don't see. So I'll go ahead and pass those out to us. We'll start by reading them through one time together, sounding them out and blending them, and then I'll give you a minute to do that on your own independently. So starting at the top, lino, lino, jomas, jomas, snasip, snasip, sabo, sabo, demid, demid, lobi, lobi, smoto, smoto, frydag, frydag, play pilt, prysag, prysag, kfam, kfam, we pret, fidan, fidan, sholo, sholo, go show, keyneck, keyneck, plymet, plymet, rypad, nilo, nilo, grito, grito, baton, my son, crybit, flu pick. All right, so go ahead and on your own, whisper reading each of those nonsense words for a minute. and stop where you're at. I'll take your cards from you. So we'll go ahead and move on to our independent practice for reading today. We'll go ahead and open up to page 11. Opening up to page 11. Remember, we'll go ahead and whisper read through those pages first. Page 11. Just page 11. So we'll go ahead and start with page 11, whisper reading that, and then we will choral read it together after. So go ahead and whisper read page 11. Go ahead and stop where you're at. We'll go ahead and choral read page 11 now together. So starting at the top on page 11, we will choral read as a group. And I'm sorry, let's back up to the last sentence on page 10, reading that sentence and moving on. On the other hand, Julio was in no hurry to see Cricket become class president. Since there was no chance for him, he would try to get Lucas to run against Cricket. By 11 o'clock, Julio was already hungry. By lunchtime, he was starving. He had studied the September menu that Mr. Flores had given out to the class. Today, on the first day of school, they were serving his all-time favorite, big squares of pizza with pepperoni, tossed salad, and cherry jello with topping. Mr. Flores' students sat together to talk about their first morning in 5th grade. "What do you think of Mr. Flores, Julio?" asked Lucas. "How's that cherry hello you're eating?" asked Cricket. "How's your apple juice?" Sarah Hayne asked Zoe. Everyone began thinking of J words that they could alter to a Spanish pronunciation. Julio took the teasing good-naturedly. Some kids would probably be crying by now, he thought. To him, it was all a joke or a hope if you changed the J to an H. So we'll go ahead and stop there. I'll gather your books back from you. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get started with our model of writing some of our nonsense open and closed syllables. So please go ahead and grab a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. Placing it off to the side until we're ready to go as a team. Number 1, So we'll go ahead and put your markers off to the side. Get ready to move forward. All right. So I'm going to model writing the multisyllabic word cry, sag. Is this an example of an open syllable or a closed syllable? Show me with your hands. Yep, so it has the open and closed. Since it has both, we will say that overall it's the open syllable. So now we're going to write the multisyllabic word cry, sag together. So on your board, we will write cry, sag, cry, sag. You can go ahead and erase and then write it independently on your board. So erase and then write cry, sag again independently on your board. Oh, that's okay. You can write cry, sag. Alright. You can go ahead and erase and then markers down, waiting for the next word. There we go. Erase. Markers down, waiting for the next word. Alright, so the next word we're going to write together, listening just first this time through, is my son. Is this an example of an open or closed syllable? Open, great. So we'll go ahead and write my son together. M-I-S-O-N, my son. Okay. And then go ahead now, erase my son, and write my son independently on your board. We're going to do a couple more together now, so erase those. You can keep your markers up, ready to write. The next word we're going to write together is flu-pick. Flu-pick. Writing it with me. Flu, F-L-U-I-C-K. Flu-pick. Okay. You may go ahead and erase and write flu-pick independently. Please write flu-pick on your whiteboard. All right, erase, and we'll have one more to do together. The last word that we're going to write together is K-fam. K-A-F-A-M. Open or closed?
Open.
Open, right? Open. Go ahead and write K-fam.